Green Bay Packers edge rusher Micah Parsons listed as a limited participant in practice today in advance of their season opener against the Lions on Sunday. Parsons dealing with a back issue. Jets got some bad news as the NFL Network reports that tackle Elijah Vera Tucker could miss the entire 2025 campaign after suffering a triceps injury in practice yesterday. Vera Tucker is expected to get a second opinion. Cowboys have the Eagles tomorrow. Trayvon Diggs off the injury report, as his tackle Tyler Guyton, both set to play against Philadelphia. Dallas also signed fullback Hunter Luepke to a 2-year extension. ESPN reports the NBA has begun an investigation after they became aware of an allegation that the Clippers may have circumvented the NBA salary cap in trying to pay Kawhi Leonard more money. In baseball, Tigers top the Mets today 6-2. Nats over the Marlins 10-5. Orioles lead the Padres 7-0 in the third. I'm Dan Beyer.
Oh, yeah, buddies.
Can you believe it? It's a hump day already.
Well, hey, you know what that means. Midweek major, Mike's words of wisdom. NFL a day away.
No, that means we're getting our hump on.
My Mets lost today, but hey.
Turning your hump day into a hump night. It's a Wednesday that feels like a Tuesday. Gotta love the short work week. And it's not just any hump night. It's NFL Eve hump night.
Ooh.
And I'm NFL Steve getting my hump on.
Do you leave cookies out for Roger Goodell?
Yeah.
Is that what we do?
We're going to talk some football. We'll talk some baseball. We'll talk some Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, what the hell?
Oh, scandal, Kawhi.
But first and first, mostly on this hump day, we be rocking out live from L.A. Let's go.
Come on now. Don't be laughing, Kawhi. You might be in big trouble, buddy boy.
Thank you, Danny G, super producing, passing us notes. Here you go, Rich. Covino and Rich broadcasting live.
P.S. I'm horny?
P.S. I'm horny. And broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And ever want to try an Olympic or Paralympic sport?
Hell
try
yeah.
fencing. It's fast, safe, and easy to start. Find a beginner class near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing. That's usafencing.org/try-fencing.
Oh, and by the way, if you want to see us do our thing, if you want to see me looking handsome in my Travis Matthew Cloud Collection V-neck, if you want to see Rich Davis wearing his pajamas from last night.
Oh, this is my official all-star coaching shirt.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
I mean,
well, then check us out on our new YouTube page, youtube.com/Covino and Rich FSR. We're chatting live. We're doing it live. Again, you can watch what you hear on our YouTube page. Our bonus pod over promised is there. YouTube at Covino and Rich FSR, Covino and Rich FSR. What's up, Iowa Sam? What up, Danny G? What up, Dan Beyer? What up, Fox Sports Radio Nation? Hope your day's better than Kawhi and Steve Ballmer's day. Before we get into Midweek Major and all the fun today, that is the hottest story going. And you and I were doing our Patreon show earlier today as it was developing. This Pablo Torre, man.
Man, he closed the book on Belichick and Jordan Hudson. He's like, ooh, my next fascination is Kawhi Leonard and Ballmer.
Well, he's doing some reporting, right?
He's a damn good reporter. We'll give Pablo Torre that.
He does seem to lean into certain things pretty hard. The Jordan Hudson thing, the Belichick thing, you referenced that. Who was on that harder than him? Now, he's unveiled this Kawhi Leonard story where he reportedly was paid $28 million for a no-show job. That's the headline. You're like, what does that mean, a no-show job? With the Clippers.
Right, didn't Rendon get that same contract with the Angels?
Yeah, but it was different. Yeah. But this was a way to get around the NBA salary cap. Now, we're going to make this clear. We might use the word loophole, but it wasn't a loophole at all. This is not legal in the NBA. It's not like some crafty way to get paid. It's not like deferring your payment like Shohei Ohtani.
This is not like a college donor decided to do something nice or something. Yeah.
Right.
No, there's a fine of up to $4.5 million for a first offense.
This was a way to circumvent, that's the fancy word, to go around the NBA salary cap.
You wrote that word down because Big Mike said it, because I wrote it down too.
No, I got it here in the article. It's all over the place.
Guys, it's circumventing.
Tory laid out the alleged scandal. Scandal, isn't that your old hairdresser?
Yeah. Scandal.
Scandal used to give Rich a nice feathered haircut. He laid out the scandal on his program. Tory
Rich.
finds
Hi,
out,
Scandal.
and it says that he has direct quotes from legal documents that made the argument that Leonard was paid $28 million through a company owned by Ballmer, who owns the Clippers, if you don't know, to essentially do nothing. Now, that's a pretty sweet deal, except it's not allowed in the NBA. Ballmer's accused of using the agreement as a way to pay Leonard more than his contract would allow, which, if true, is a violation of the NBA rules. Now, my understanding is it was for some like made-up bunk company where Kawhi Leonard never did anything, like a tree planting.
Tree planting
Tree
company.
planting, yeah.
You tell me you couldn't get Kawhi in front of a green screen just to say one time, like, hey, it's me, Kawhi Leonard.
So it's pretty easy to follow, right? Like,
call
hey,
it a deal?
There's a salary cap in the NBA, but look, I want Kawhi Leonard so bad, I'm going to figure out a way to get him on the team, give him as much money as possible, but pay him an extra $28 million to solidify his time and place with the Clippers through a company that doesn't even really matter or exist.
And the ramification was if he's only on the Clippers.
Right. And Pablo Torre's all over this. And like Danny G just said, if this is true, major fines, suspensions, like that's
and
not allowed.
Loss of one first-round pick.
Yeah.
And the possibility of voiding contracts that are involved in any circumvention.
Now, how do you view this? Do you view this as, hey, he's just a rule breaker, good for him, he got what he wanted, he loses a few draft picks, he still got Kawhi. How do you view something like this?
There's two types of people.
Players and haters?
Thank you, Taylor Swift. No,
you've said that before.
Rule breakers, people that are like, rules are, a mild suggestion. And then other people that are like, I'm a rules guy.
I thought you were going to say pink or red Starburst, guys.
Pink, by the way.
Both are good.
Blue cheese or ranch.
Both are good.
Blue cheese.
Blood or Crip?
Yeah, there's two types.
I'm not answering. All right.
There are two kinds of love that you ought to know. There are two kinds of love. There's two
We do that
kinds of love.
We do that in Philadelphia outside of Garbage Can once in a while.
There's two types
Like
of
Frank
people,
Stallone.
and those people are, as Rich said,
Rules people.
Twizzlers people, or Red Vines.
Red Vine. No, there's two types of people, Keith Hernandez or Don Mattingly.
Rules are rule breakers. I'm a rules follower. I am. I believe in rules. I believe in structure. I believe that there's a set of rules in play to keep idiots in line. Like Steve Ballmer.
I'm a push the rules until you tell me why.
Pushing the rules is not rule breaking. You push the rules. You dance on the line a little bit. This is stomping over the line. This is just straight up. You paid a guy $28 million extra to guarantee that he's on your team.
I have a question.
When in fact there's a salary cap for a reason.
When someone is guilty of such an offense, are you guys going to respect it more if Ballmer and Kawhi are like, got him, got us?
Here's the thing.
Or
if they would have won, if they win, then you're like, yeah, well, it was worth it. Who cares? He made it happen.
Yeah.
That's winning solves everything, as they say, right?
Yeah.
And that would happen here too.
Yeah. I'm saying, do you admire I did it. It could be, performance-enhancing drugs. It could be, remember the dude a couple years back, Juicy Smollett?
Yeah, but
the guy's still denying it.
He's I saw the documentary on Netflix. He's innocent.
He still denies all his actions. You know what it reminds me of?
He doubled down on a brand new documentary. It's actually worth the watch. Can I just say something?
Yeah, documentaries.
I never gave a diddly squat about Juicy Smollett. I really didn't. I was like, what a pathetic story.
What a loser.
The documentary where he doubles down, the new one that just came out, it's actually pretty good.
So
it does make you think that he was bamboozled by the media a little bit.
A guy like Juicy Smollett doubles down on lies.
Yeah.
I know it's a weird analogy, but you and I both watched Love is Blind. Mm-hmm. There was a dude that went on that show, and he had, like, girlfriends at home, and he came to the reunion, and he's like, yeah, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I lied. I got biatches. Like, he was, like, straight up like, yo, caught. So I ask you, when someone's caught, athlete, musician, politician, whatever the case may be, do you admire the forthright, like, hey, I tried to get away with it, and I got caught? Or do you think Ballmer, Kawhi are going to try to BS their way out of this and make us feel stupid?
It's case by case, man, because speaking of documentaries, if you watch America's Team, Jerry Jones seemed to break all the rules in the NFL, but he just paved a new path. He's like, yeah, rules are for fools. Watch me show everybody how to make real money in this league. And he changed the league forever.
The TV rights and things people were short-sighted on.
People were very short-sighted. He's like, I'm a businessman. He changed how the game worked and how they made money. He changed the league.
This is different than that,
It is.
Yeah.
But he did break the rules. So that's what I'm saying. It's case by case. That was for the greater good of everybody. It seemed to benefit everybody. I don't see how this benefits anyone but Kawhi Leonard and his pocket. It's not even benefiting the Clippers. They're not winning with him. You know, he's not even playing all that often. And if they really wanted to create a loophole, Rich is right. Where was Kawhi with his fake bootleg local feeling advertisement of, I'm Kawhi Leonard, and these are the trees that I'm planting?
I think that would have drew more attention to it. So,
but
this kind of thing.
Then there should be something in his back pocket. We're like, no, here he is. We have the proof right here. He's a spokesman. They got to have something.
Yeah, but once they found out Ballmer owned that supposed company.
I wonder what tipped off Pablo Torre to like further investigate this.
Oh, it was the janitor from Billy Madison.
Yeah, no, seriously. Someone had to have a scoop, and they fed him this scoop. Unless he just somehow came across these documents, or he had a hunch. I don't know. Good for him, though. It's a big story.
I'll give him credit. Pablo Torre's becoming the Ernie Anastas. No,
Well,
the Geraldo Rivera.
There's a lack of actual investigative reporting in today's world, right? So you got to give him credit for that. And as this story develops, it may benefit the NBA in the future, because if anyone else is up to this, it'll put a stop. I'm sure there's a lot of people shaking in their boots right now, like, oh, man, I hope I'm not next, because maybe he's just the first of many.
Yeah,
we don't know that.
The fake company, by the way, is called Aspiration.
Oh, it's beautiful. You know,
it's aspiration.
I'm
with
always,
these big hands, I grab a lot of aspirations.
I'm always fascinated by.
And I'm planting trees.
I'm always fascinated how we tend to give more credit to people than they deserve sometimes. Like, Covino, you always say your dad will say things like, yeah, I heard it on the radio. Got to be true. And you're like, Dad, I'm on the radio.
He still does that.
Yeah, I heard it on the radio. Dad, again, buffoons like me are on the radio.
That guy's more credible than your goofy son.
And I think it's interesting. Sometimes there's an investigation, and you're like, was it really a good investigation if they never got to the bottom of it? I always think about Manti Te'o and how until one reporter or so decided, like, you know, let me even look this Kukui girl up. He ran with that, and everyone just sort of...
Kukui? He wasn't the boogeyman.
Wasn't it Lene Kukui or something?
Was that the name?
Yeah, right?
No.
Lene Kukua.
Kukua.
And he didn't know at first, and then when he found out, he just didn't tell anything.
Yeah, but I always felt so bad for Manti Te'o because he feels like just a really genuine guy that couldn't believe someone would trick him. But there was a time period where it's like, wow, if anyone did any investigating at all, this would have blown up way sooner.
But it seems like that's a weird story to really press and investigate, even though it became a big story, right?
Yeah.
Like someone had to really have a, what's the expression? Give me another expression.
Besides
the one for
below your waist. I keep wanting to say they got a real blank on
they
for
got
that.
A real stiffy?
No, a real hankering? No,
a real hankering.
They got a real
joy.
A real joy of getting to the bottom of this. This one is like it's cheating, kind of, right? It's
not
cheating.
Kind of.
Is that how you look at it? That's just cheating?
This is. So, I mean, there's no gray area here.
It's not kind of. It's not like, did I cheat? I kept my socks on.
So and the more you find out, too, it says here, Torre's investigation also uncovered that Leonard was supposed to be paid $7 million by Aspire, a company that lists Leonard as its manager.
Damn, manager of what? What's he managing?
Manager? What is he? Bobby the Brain Heenan?
So I think that's the difference here. Like, yeah, we see a lot of these random stories uncovered. I don't know the motive behind a lot of these stories. Just, I guess, investigative journalism and breaking a story is fun in that world and in that game. But this is just straight up cheating. This is the NBA. You know, you have to nip it in the bud. This is one of importance and significance. And, man, I bet you Kawhi Leonard is playing real dumb right now. Here's a guy who never talks as it is. He's definitely keeping his mouth shut about this.
I'll be honest. My instinct is like, who cares to go that deep into? But, you know, when people do, I'm always fascinated. I'll be honest, the documentaries, the stories breaking are great. Last night I watched the one you guys recommended about the catfish.
Unknown number.
Unknown number?
The high school catfish.
You got to start thinking, if no one really dove into it, you would never find out. And then when you do find out, you're like, man, people are wild. Now, Kawhi's been a Clipper for years now. So if Pablo Torre or someone didn't say, this seems a little odd, let me dig a little deeper.
You know what it also reminds me too, Rich? Like,
I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you, Pablo Torre.
What you could find if you're digging deep enough. You know, now, I'm not saying everyone has skeletons, but as my dad always said, if you look hard enough, you'll find something on everybody.
Yeah, you know, it's.
And then you wonder why I keep my phone private. Because if you look far enough, you'll probably see something that's a little sketchy.
You know what the crazy part is? Someone runs for office. It could be a local politician or big time, national figure. They have done stuff in their past that would never have even been touched. But the minute you're under the microscope, someone is there waiting to try to find some dirt on you.
Yeah, and Denny G's right. The difference here and these other salacious stories that we're bringing up is that this is actually cheating in the NBA.
Yeah.
This is doing everything you can because you're a rich guy with deep pockets to get that superstar you had your eye on. And you thought you found the loophole, but it's not a loophole. You just went around the salary cap, which is not legal in the NBA, and you just cheated. So I think repercussions should be stronger than that, Danny G, to set a precedence.
Dare I say, and I'm not a I'm not a big rules guy, but I think if this is true, and it's straight up a careless. I even feel. You know what I'm insulted by?
I think this is the first of many. Rich.
You know what I'm insulted by?
You think Ballmer's the only guy who's used to getting what he wants?
I'm insulted.
So he'll find a way
by how simplistic it is. Like, really, like a half made up tree company, $28 million. Like, try harder, convince me more, make a product, make him the spokesperson.
Aspire.
Like, it just seems so half-assed done that I almost feel like suspensions should be in place.
Do you think they got or tried to get it passed because he's a Clipper? They were like, okay, we could do hairstylist or something with trees.
Yeah,
just call him a Clipper. He clips trees.
Yeah.
For $28 million, he's the best that there is around, and nobody will notice.
But I just think it was so half-assed. Like, if you were to be like, Rich, try to hide $28 million for this player. I feel like if you put a team of marketing people on the case, they could have easily figured it out to manipulate it.
They could have invested $1 million to make it look completely real.
And Cove
and gave the guy 27
to clear up the two names of the companies, because what they did here, it's two companies funneling money together.
Okay.
So the KL2 Aspire, that's a company that Leonard was supposedly the manager of. Aspiration is the supposed tree company from Clippers owner Steve Ballmer.
Maybe the spelling of the company tipped off Torrey. ASSPIRE.
Yeah, like the similarities between the names of the two companies.
But to me, guys, I'm even more fascinated by, again, the simple fact that it seems like the effort level put in for this cover-up, because I feel like there could be IRS implications, tax implications. I mean, you talk about companies that are sort of faking money to a guy. Like, I'm sure this keeps going deeper.
I think their best excuse is that Kawhi was hurt. That's why he couldn't show up for work, like at all. Period. That's why he did none, because he was always injured.
Couldn't plant trees. Couldn't do anything.
Actually wanted him to do work, but he was always hurt, and there was nothing that we could do about
Tree management.
Man. So Pablo Torre ain't getting no Christmas card from Kawhi Leonard, I can tell you that. So, interesting story.
Yeah.
But again, much like I don't know, this is a random example that just popped in my head when Garrett Cole got in trouble for Spider Tank, right?
Yeah.
He's like, look, hey, man, I'm the guy everybody's coming down on, but everybody knows that this is what goes on in the league. I'm not the only guy. I really believe these rich dudes, there's more than one rich dude pulling shady moves like this to get who they want.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I bet you there's a lot of other players in these situations like, snap. It's about to drop.
But as you see, it's hard to hide these sort of shenanigans.
Well, look, I mean, they hit it this long, but you're right. But I think this is the first of many. So I think Torrey exposed or blew the lid on something that's about to explode.
I have a question, because if this were the Lakers or the Celtics, I think we'd be losing our mind. Do we look at the Clippers as the have-nots of always being the Clippers, or do we look at them because of Kawhi Leonard?
You know what? It's almost like they can't even get this right.
Yeah, that's
pretty. Yeah,
that's accurate.
Like, man, look at these Clippers. They can't. They go out of their way, cheat, try to manipulate the system, and they still can't even make a playoff run.
No, you're right, Dan. It does matter who it is, because if it was like Oklahoma City or Celtics or the team that's won in the past few years, you'd be like, whoa.
And you know what?
That's messed up.
Look at football. I think if Deflategate is not Tom Brady and the Patriots, if it was like if Kyler Murray and the Cardinals were doing Deflategate, I think they'd be like, come on, man, dude, fix the football.
Yes.
Next story. Like
Agreed.
it's who does it, and
By the way, hold on.
You're right on. You're right on. By the way, as far as it can't be the only guy. It's like
I doubt it.
It's like if you see
He's
some
just
guy.
the first.
You know, when you see some guy getting caught doing some scandalous stuff in Vegas or something, you think he's the only guy? He's just the guy that got caught.
He's the guy that got caught, and they're going to do further investigations now to put a stop to that. It is cheating. And, man, as far as a businessman, I can't criticize Steve Ballmer, right? I'm Steve Covino, barely $1,000 paying child support. But to pay $28 million for that, dude, and extra. Like, I'm like, why?
Why?
Why Kawhi Leonard? Like, he was great
at the time.
We're
it made
talking
sense.
quadruple doink when Jeremy Lin was still playing in the NBA before he retired. That was 6 years ago.
Right.
Why?
The reason is you think back to the major announcement and the uncovering of him finally deciding to go to the Clippers. So many teams wanted him, and it came down to the Lakers and the Clippers.
Well, in retrospect, he got ripped off. Well, that's what I think.
Think about it. You forget Spurs championship. Went to the Raptors championship.
Well, Kawhi hasn't been the same.
And then remember, it was a battle of what LA team?
You're lucky if he's playing. Ballmer got the raw deal here. $28 million. Kawhi got to do nothing. Kawhi.
Wait, so what was it? He was supposed to be out planting trees?
It was just a, I can't say loophole because it wasn't a loophole. It's just straight up wrong. It's just breaking the rules. It was just a made up thing where they used that as a reason to give him $28 million extra dollars.
Where do trees come into play, though? Like
it's a tree company.
Because the company that Ballmer funded was a tree planting company.
Let me just say that you'll never find $28 million in a tree planting company, okay? You get what you pay for when you hire landscapers. People. I've worked in that industry, and you're not going to be like, oh, this is a $1 million tree. You're planting the trees that cost, a couple $100, maybe $1,000 bigger.
I just had a tree pulled out of my yard, an old dead tree.
Yeah.
Couple $100.
Yeah, it's not a lucrative business. It's a hard work business to make ends meet.
Tree trimming is lucrative, though. But,
I don't know. What about those tree burial pods that
Torrey found out that Ballmer funded $50 million into this tree planting company.
Was money growing on these trees? Apparently it was.
Man. Sam, play the rim shot.
I wasn't even trying to be a joke.
Sam, you know what? Usually I mock your jokes. Well done. All right, hey, your thoughts on Kawhi, your thoughts on Ballmer, and we're going to talk about humanizing athletes next. That's something else we're going to get to. When athletes do something where you're like, you know what? I never thought about it, but now I like that guy. I like that woman. When athletes do things that humanize them, we'll get to that. Plus, we're a day away from the NFL. We'll go over some of the big games coming up this weekend. And, of course, Mike's Words of Wisdom, Midweek Major, action-packed show. So hang tight. Buckle up, Buttercup. More CNR next.
Game on. Week 1 starts now, and every touchdown brings you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Now, this isn't just football. It's first touchdown fireworks, anytime TD rushes, and live bets that ride every momentum shift. At DraftKings, every play is your next shot to win.
You take a look at some of those point spreads. They say week 1 could be a big week to win because they haven't really figured out these teams yet. There's a couple point spreads. I love week 1. Take a look yourself. New customers, here's what we got going on for you. You bet $5, you're going to get $300 in bonus bets instantly. And here's the bonus. Plus, you grab $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV.
Your season starts now. You got to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code CRSHOW. That's code CRSHOW.
CRSHOW!
Get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you
CRSHOW.
place your first bet of $5 or more. Plus, $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV.
CR Show. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all's show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during
can't.
a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it. Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate you all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available. We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special. Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder,
better.
We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Man, this Kawhi story has my mind racing in a million different directions.
Yeah, because now we're thinking other angles like, what if Ballmer's okay getting caught?
Yeah, if he's willing to pay over $28 million to, what's that fancy word again? Circumvent?
Circumvent.
To circumvent the NBA salary cap, then he's not willing to pay up a fine to get the player he wants. That doesn't mean anything to Steve Ballmer, a fine and a draft pick. He got Kawhi Leonard.
You know what it's like when Nike said, wait, how much are you going to fine Michael Jordan if he wears multicolor shoes? And like, yeah, fine, we'll pay the fine.
Exactly. I think it's probably worth it. And that's the business moves of a guy like Steve Ballmer.
So
he's thinking steps ahead. He knows what the repercussions are, and he knows that, maybe he could swindle his way out of this if the story breaks. For all we know, he leaked the story.
There are times where an athlete or celebrity or people get fined for things.
Yeah.
And the fine is so minuscule that they'll do it on purpose to prove a point. Like if you find someone that makes tens of millions of dollars or a billionaire like Ballmer thousands of dollars, it's almost laughable. It would be like
a slap on the wrist.
It would be
for
like
cheating the league.
It would be like fining a regular person like $2.
If you had just joined us, Kawhi Leonard was paid as a no-show employee or whatever for a tree planting company. He was paid $28 million. And again, to avoid a salary cap, just to be a part of the Clippers. Ballmer wanted him that bad that he paid him $28 million on top of his contract. We're Covino and Rich live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Business fluctuations make running your manufacturing business complex, but staffing your business doesn't have to be. Let Express Employment Pros provide the workforce you need. Go to expresspros.com to find the location near you. That's expresspros.com. I'm Steve Covino. That is Rich Davis.
Hey, Express, I'm looking for a face for my tree planting company. What do you...
By the way, $28 million must be nice. Must be nice to have Steve Ballmer on your side.
What have the Clippers said, Danny G? You said the Clippers have commented?
Yeah, they told the LA Times in a statement, neither Mr. Ballmer nor the Clippers circumvented the salary cap or engaged in any misconduct related to Aspiration. Any contrary assertion is false. The team ended its relationship with Aspiration years ago during the 22-23 season when Aspiration defaulted on its obligations.
Follow the money. Where did Pablo Torre get
Ballmer's
this from?
company, though. It says, this is how this came out. It says a former Aspiration Finance Department employee had his voice heard on Torre's podcast, and that's when it started being investigated.
Okay, so this is a breaking and developing story from Pablo Torre's podcast about Kawhi Leonard and Steve Ballmer. And again, it's not something that's allowed in the NBA. So
as of now, it's all alleged. Let's keep that in mind. But
well, these are big accusations.
you know,
then.
you and Danny G were
If you
having.
don't- there's got to be. He said he saw the documents.
You and Danny G were having some good conversation off the air. Why don't you tell everyone what you guys were talking about? You were making some analogies with The Sopranos, and I thought it was actually a really clever analogy.
It's really hard to explain. It was the story of Artie Bucco and how he called out Tony for sort of sopranoing him as a friend. And Tony's like, well, what do you mean? Basically, Tony was thinking way ahead of Artie Bucco. He's a businessman. So he knew that if Artie Bucco's restaurant deal fell through and the money didn't come through, that, hey, he had Bucco in his back pocket and he ate for free at his restaurant the rest of his life. The point is, Tony Soprano was always thinking a step ahead. And we got to give credit to businessmen like Steve Ballmer for always thinking a step ahead. There might be a reason that the story came out, and there might be a reason he did it. And that step ahead is, hey, if I ever get caught, I get slapped on the wrist. Who cares?
Yeah.
Or maybe I get out of this deal.
In the NBA, unless it's the NBA, winners are not built on draft picks. You could argue with me, but it's really based on free agency, right? Who gets what big guy? I think Steve Ballmer and the Clippers were thinking, getting Kawhi in that moment. Yeah, it didn't work out, but think about in that moment when it was like, all right, it's us versus the Lakers. How are we going to make a splash in Los Angeles? We have a new arena coming. The Clippers may have a little momentum.
Make it happen at all costs.
At all costs.
We need a star player. We need to get this done. And the whole Tony Soprano thing we were talking about off the air is people are in that power position for a reason. They see the again, not loopholes. They see the ways to circumvent. They see the step ahead. They see things that you're not thinking about, and they could envision these things and how they pan out if, God forbid, things go wrong. And Steve Ballmer knew probably way in advance that this is what would happen, and he was okay with that.
And you know what? I know I'm speaking of fiction, but think of any movie or drama you watch. What do they always do? It's like the plot line of everything. Follow the money.
Mm-hmm.
And they always, they'll always call up some, foreign accounts or something like, and it links to a company, and that's how they find the bad guy. So, I mean, follow the money. Steve Ballmer's connected. Shocking.
By the way, that former Aspiration finance department employee said other celebrities were paid to endorse Aspiration and its supposed tree planting operation. Robert Downey Jr., Leonardo DiCaprio, and Drake. He says every other celebrity endorsement, though, combined would have not met even a quarter of Kawhi Leonard's endorsement.
But you think those were done for other things, like maybe a concert, maybe an appearance, maybe something like, dude, rich people find ways.
Yeah, maybe that's his weird way of laundering money to people.
I mean, that's, you got to assume that rich people try to stay within the legal loopholes and not accuse Ballmer of doing anything illegal. But, hey, man, it's like, if you don't think he's thinking a step ahead of guys like you and I, you don't become a billionaire by being a putz.
That was the point. And the Sopranos analogy was when Artie Bucco realized, man, Tony Soprano was just thinking one step ahead of me. He realized, well, that's why he's Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
And this is why he's Steve Ballmer. So I'm not saying he's a mafia guy, but I'm saying he's a businessman.
And whether or not this is true or confirmed down the line, it's an interesting story. Doug, you're on in Maryland. What's up, buddy?
Hey, guys. Yeah, but there's no salary caps for actors, okay?
Yeah.
Look, this is a quintessential example of bribery, okay? And I told Danny G that more than likely, because I'm assuming that the commissioner hasn't completed his investigation yet, this is Daniel Snyder territory. Okay, I honestly believe that after everything's done, and if this is all true, that he's going to be forced to sell that team.
Yeah, there could be bigger, I think, repercussions here. And I
don't think the NBA would go that far.
Maybe not that far because he's got deep pockets.
And he's also
But
like Snyder is an
gotta be deeper
unlikable guy.
repercussions.
Ballmer's a likable guy. There's factors.
There's also the point of, I think that there's equity, and we know that the NBA isn't always on the up and up, but when he bought the Clippers of the hole that they were in, wanted them so bad that he extremely paid way more than market value so he could get them. But that name was so tainted that, yeah, this may, but I don't think there's any way. I would be beyond shocked.
Me too.
If they were to remove him.
And you know why? Because even though this seems scandalous, Ballmer, for the most part's reputation is solid, right? Like compared to Dan Snyder, who people hated in Washington.
And as you guys have been saying, like they have penalties in place for this. So it's not like this is, what do we do here? This is unfounded. Like, there are fines for this. There are things that happen if you violate these sort of things. I don't think it's enough for removal of team.
Agreed.
Hey, thank you for the phone call. Thank you, Dan Byer. The number is 877-99 on Fox. That's the big story of the day. And we'll keep you posted as it develops. Danny G,
but you guys do think the penalty should be greater, though.
Definitely. What is it again? The draft pick?
Up to $5.5 million in fines, I think it said. 1 first-round pick, and then they could void the contract that's involved.
Yeah, we're talking about, dude, like billionaires for the most part.
Oh, and he has to wear he has to wear Crocs for a week, right?
Yeah, you didn't mention that. Yeah, that's pretty steep. Crocs for a week?
CBS Sports did an article off of this, and they pointed to in the mid-1990s, the Knicks were trying to get Michael Jordan, and we're going to try to do a sort of deal to give him money through Sheraton, the hotel, and pay him that way. Now, ultimately, NBA rules, the Bulls could pay him whatever they wanted to pay him and could pay more than anybody else, but that was a way that the Knicks, who had a certain amount of money to pay, were going to maybe try to work around
Interesting.
it. Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Could they have
that? Would have been a gift.
If that was, let's say it was legit, though, that wouldn't be any breaking of the rules, right? If the Knicks were to work a deal with the Sheraton, but it really did come from the Sheraton, would that be okay? If it was just contingent on him signing with the Knicks?
Well, I think it's. I mean, I don't want to say we're getting into a gray area, but I think
sort of, right? Yeah.
To the point of, I'm trying to think of a company that is Coca-Cola in Atlanta. Okay, let's just say it that way. Like, if you were to sign with the Hawks and Coca-Cola is like, all right, we're going to sign you to an endorsement deal. Are you like not going to get a Coca-Cola deal if you sign with the Hornets, or is it? I don't think that would necessarily be illegal, as opposed to what this sounds like is just a fraud of a company.
Right, because I believe that probably happens all the time. Like, yeah, you're going to get this deal, but it's contingent when you sign in with this team.
This is the city to come to
exactly.
because you can get sponsored by the companies that are here.
Yes.
And that's something we don't think about that often. And this story, again, it's a BS tree company. Was there any validity to the actual company, though?
People don't realize Micah Parsons has a cheese curds deal in place.
but it's
That's what people are trying to find out, is if there's any validity at all to this tree planting company. Torre says he investigated and can't find any evidence that it was a real thing, this deal with Kawhi. So that's what we're hearing so far, but I'm sure more is going to come out in the next few days.
I don't want to sound like gossipy little schoolgirls, but it's an interesting story. Really cool.
Yeah.
Interesting story. We'll keep you posted. And that being said, speaking of updates, let's go to our guy, Dan Byer.
And just to add a little bit more context, the Knicks and Sheraton were owned by the same company at the time.
Okay.
So there's where some of that would have been a little not on the up and up.
Right.
Not that, hey, advertise this Times Square Sheraton, if you will, Michael Jordan. Anyway, in other NBA news, Dallas Mavericks and forward P.J. Washington agreed to a 4-year extension. Now on to the NFL. Speaking of Micah Parsons, the Packers edge rusher limited in practice today in advance of their showdown with the Lions on Sunday to open up the season. Tomorrow it's the Cowboys and Eagles. Trayvon Diggs off the injury report for Dallas, as is tackle Tyler Guyton, both expected to start tomorrow in Philadelphia. Jets tackle Elijah Vera Tucker could miss the entire season, suffered a triceps injury in practice yesterday. NFL Network says the initial report was that he would be lost for the season, but he is getting a second opinion by doctors. And Ohio State's win over Texas on Saturday on Fox was the most watched Week 1 college football game on any network in history. 16.6 million viewers for Fox as a network. It was the third most watched game on the network. Day baseball, Orioles lead the Padres 7-0 in the 6th. Diamondbacks lead the Rangers 2-0 in the 8th. You mentioned it earlier, Rich. Your Mets fell to the Tigers 6-2. Shohei Ohtani not going to make his next start. It's going to be pushed to the weekend because of an illness for the Dodgers. Red Sox place Roman Anthony on the injured list with a title bleak. Back to you guys.
By the way, Roman Anthony, 4 to 6 weeks. And I don't wish anyone any harm. I'm not rooting for anyone to get hurt. But as a Yankees fan, I'm like, all right.
All
right.
All right.
And speaking of ratings, I heard K-pop Demon Hunters is sweeping the nation.
Well,
is that true?
That ties into one of our next stories. Well, we're going to talk about when players and athletes humanize themselves. We'll get to that, plus a lot of NFL coming up. CNR on FSR.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate you all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Joe. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger,
Bolder.
better.
We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
yes, we talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo
joking.
Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, "Hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense." Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say. It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, "Oh, look at that bozo over there," and I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate you all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut
estate.
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct. 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event
You
during
can't.
a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
Rock on! Woo! Covino and Rich sweeping the nation. Shout out to all the Carls. You know who the Carls are? The Covino and Rich listeners.
Oh, hey, Carls.
And everybody chiming in live on our YouTube chat. Lisa and Cliff, Tammy, Mitch, Robin. Thank you guys. Martin. We're streaming live on YouTube. It's youtube.com/@Covino and Rich FSR. If you're on YouTube already, Covino and Rich FSR, subscribe. Thank you. Tell your friends about it. You could watch what you hear. We appreciate it. Again, I'm Steve Covino. We got Rich Davis and Danny G and Sam and Bayer and Spot on the videos. Thanks for being part of this. We're live from the Fox Sports Radio studio, and it's time for our Tire Rack play of the day. Oh, yes. A grand salami for the Yankees.
High fly ball. Altuve back on the track, looking up. See ya!
Oh,
a
gross.
grand slam for Grisham.
Gross.
His magical season continues. It's 6-0 Yanks.
Can the Yankees start losing, please?
You see that?
I'm falling
Grisham.
behind. I'm falling
sorry.
behind.
It's not Grisham. It's Grish. Him. Swaggy T. He is him.
You guys were so down on your teams a few weeks ago.
Oh, man. Grisham's the guy. Who needs
Now look at
Soto?
him.
We got Grisham. That's courtesy of Michael K. and the S Network. And that was our Tire Rack play of the day. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Now that Grisham.
Grish him.
That Grish him.
'Cause he's him.
The grand salami he hit. Did you see the controversy on the next pitch?
Yeah, man.
So this is just it's more of a visual, but the pitcher for the Astros, please remind me of the name. Do you mind looking it up real quick? While
It's Framber Valdez.
Oh, Framber Valdez. Okay.
So Valdez is shaking off. The catcher's like, yo, step off the mound. Step off. And Valdez doesn't, and he lets up the grand salami to Grisham. Changed the whole game around.
Yeah.
The very next pitch, he's so mad that he just throws a 95-mile-per-hour heater into the chest of his catcher.
And because the catcher got, quote, crossed up and was expecting a breaking ball or a changeup. And there's a lot of speculation that it was like a spiteful, like.
He denied it.
Like a-hole type of move. Like, so you get what we're saying? The catcher shook off the pitcher or told him, hey, step off. And they had a miscommunication, gives up a grand slam, mad at the catcher because of it. And on the next pitch, drills the catcher.
I believe it. I believe the story because you see how fired up he was. So, again, he's accused of intentionally crossing up his catcher because he was mad at him because of the grand slam.
I mean, and
trash behavior was displayed.
You might say.
And the catcher, by the way, Cesar Salazar was catching.
You might say, how could a major league catcher get mixed up? But if you're expecting a 78, 82 mile an hour breaking ball away.
Or a changeup.
And then all of a sudden you get inside high heat or something, then it caught him. It hit the catcher.
Right in the chest. And by the way, Salazar, the catcher, looked at him like, what's up? Valdez turned around like he was pissed. Even I think Volpe was at bat. Volpe was like, yo, damn, did that just happen? They're denying it. And they were saying it was a mix-up, but it seemed pretty evident to me that there was some spike going on.
You ever see like a high school game where they do this to the umpire?
Yeah.
Like you ever see those like odd clips where like it could be women's softball.
It's dangerous, dude. You're throwing high heat like that.
I've seen women's softball where these women are mad at the umpire, and the catcher just sort of doesn't go for the ball, and the pitcher whips in a ball right at the umpire's head. So hey, listen, we're gonna get to a bunch coming up. Midweek Major and Mike's Words of Wisdom. Going to give away a prize next.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready? Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Joe. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo
joking.
Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point.
Quick update from the U.S. Open as ace-seeded American Amanda Anisimova just upset Iga Swiatek to advance to the semifinals of the women's draw in Queens. She'll face the winner of the Naomi Osaka-Karolina Muchova match coming up in a little bit. In Major League Baseball, the Red Sox place outfielder Roman Anthony on the injured list because of a tight oblique, while the Dodgers are pushing Shohei Ohtani's start on the mound back to this weekend against the Orioles because he's dealing with an illness. The Orioles right now are on top of the Padres 7-2 in the sixth inning in San Diego. Diamondbacks lead the Rangers 2-0 in the eighth inning. Packers edge rusher Micah Parsons limited in practice today, while Cowboys corner Trayvon Diggs and left tackle Tyler Guyton are off the injury report and will play against Philadelphia. Jets tackle Elijah Vera Tucker could miss the entire 2025 season after tearing his triceps muscle in practice on Tuesday. NFL Network says he's getting a second opinion. I'm Dan Beyer.
Ooh, yeah, buddy. Welcome to the CNR Showgram, broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Ever wanted to try an Olympic and Paralympic sport? Try fencing.
Don't tell me what to do.
It's fast, safe, easy to start,
Yeah,
so
sounds
get
fun.
at it. Find a beginner class near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing. That's usafencing.org/tryfencing. It's back to school week, Thornton Mellon style. Hope the kiddos are having a good one.
I think we were going to say Billy Madison style. Back to school.
It's NFL
Back to
Eve, and I am Steve, and that is Rich, and we're Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Let's go. And by the way,
Back to school.
out here in the mean streets of L.A., kids started school a few weeks ago. So today was picture day, and you just hope that your kid's picture comes out okay. And sure enough, I have a pain-in-the-ass teenage daughter. She already hit me up with I hate my picture. I'm like, you got it already?
Well, that's what you look like, buddy.
I just don't understand. In the world of digital photos, how about you get one that looks okay? Aren't we paying for this crap? So now I got to deal with that attitude when I get home. I hope your night is better. Is Covino and Rich?
And I hope your Yankees lose. So,
oh, by the way, Rich and I have a bet, right? We've been talking about it. Whoever's going to have the better record wins $1,000. Yankees or Mets.
Not feeling good about it.
But do you remember the inside Yankees bet between Aaron Judge and Jazz Chisholm? We talked about it briefly. I thought it was fun. They made like a friendly bet with each other.
Oh, I know the bet they made, but you probably talk about it mostly on your corny Yankees chat you probably have going on.
No, but the bet was not who has more home runs, who has more home runs and stolen bases combined. You remember that? Because Chisholm was like, that should be the stat. It should be a stat. Home runs and stolen bases combined. He said if 30-30 and 40-40 matter so much, that should be a stat.
Okay, so where are they at right now?
I looked it up because Chisholm hit 2 bombs last night. He's winning 54-52.
Oh.
So Aaron Judge has...
Give me those numbers again.
54-52.
Oh, because Juan Soto has 64 combined.
No
Just letting
way!
you know. Just letting you know.
Just letting you know.
Just letting you know.
Wow. All right, thank you, Donald Trump.
Hey, if Ohtani wasn't pitching this season, he'd have you all blown out the
That's
water.
great. No, but I looked it up because I was curious. I was like, what was that bet at?
Juan Soto's got 27 stolen bases and 37 home runs.
Chisholm's going to end up 30-30 probably. So he's at 28 home runs and 26 stolen bases. And Judge is at 43 home runs and where is he, like 9 stolen bases. So again, Jazz is in the lead 54-52. But anyway,
What is Frankenstein getting a bad jump? What, 3 steps in Judges at second? What is it?
I think that should be a stat though. If we're going to put emphasis on 40-40 and 50-50 and 30-30, how does that not count? So anyway,
then you know
kind
who
of fun.
would have the highest total ever. Am I wrong by guessing? Remember when Acuna did it?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Didn't he have he had the 40 home runs, obviously, but didn't he have like 60, 70 stolen bases? He might have the highest total.
That's kind of cool. Yeah,
Right?
I don't know.
What was
the answer to
Ohtani
that.
at 50-50, right? So
He had 50-50. Yeah, officially the first to do it. So just giving you the update there. Big Yankees fan. Rich is a Mets guy. Danny G, Dodgers. Sam, who's your team? Baseball? Did you forget?
Sorry, I was listening to something else. What was the?
What were you listening to?
What was it? Proclaimers?
He's preparing Mike's words
I was
of wisdom.
preparing the words of wisdom from
No,
him.
he's listening to. He's listening to.
My favorite baseball team.
He's listening to Creed.
I was. I grew up a Phillies fan, but
nice.
All right. By the way,
I like the Dodgers too.
I looked
thank
it up.
you guys.
When Ohtani went 50-50, do you remember what his final numbers were? Because I guarantee it wasn't 114. That year, Ronald Acuna Jr., he hit 41 home runs and he had 73 stolen bases.
I wonder if that's is that
it's
the
gotta
most?
be, right? I mean,
Yeah,
just
I would
think about who has
Is
ever
it
had a better
most combined, or
Yeah,
that were 40-40
I would
with
say
most?
I would
Combined.
say most combined has to be Acuna Jr.
No. And it's kind of a tricky thing. Ricky Henderson stole 130 bases in a season.
Yeah.
Had 10
Son of
home
a
runs.
bitch, I'm sorry.
So
Yeah.
140. But that's why I wanted to make
Yeah,
sure on
you're
it.
right.
Are you talking like 40
right.
guys who qualified?
Damn.
No,
I think
Henderson, right.
I think to make what Covino's saying, that stat, I think you have to go 30-30 minimum.
That's fair.
2020 is mild. I think
Still solid though.
Oh, I mean, yeah, Ricky.
The Ricky was just stealing
The
hundreds
Ricky
of
would
bases.
get on base
That's
and
right.
steal 2 bases every time.
Good call, DB.
DB, thank you for making us feel stupid. But
No,
but
it
but
wasn't
if you,
meant to.
but,
honestly.
no, but if you're thinking of that home run, stolen base, because Ricky did hit 10, 20 home runs in years, right? He had some years, but I do think that if you say minimum 30 home runs, like a guy that was in the 30-30 club, no, I don't think anyone's touching Acuna Jr. with 41 and 73.
Nice. I had a year, man. So anyway, hope your teams are winning. Every Wednesday we do midweek major, so we do that later on today, the biggest stories in sports and pop culture. But we also do something called Mike's Wednesday Words of Wisdom. All you have to do is listen and repeat verbatim.
Could I give you one fun fact in the vein of Dan Byer when he just made me feel like a dunce?
Leave your vein out of this.
I had a buddy give me a trivia question. This is one where you could absolutely trick anyone because it's like one of those semantic, like, oh, okay. One of my softball buddy says, I bet you'll never guess what Major League Baseball player in history has the most go-ahead home runs in history. And the answer is Ricky Henderson, just because he has the most leadoff home runs. So anytime he started off a game, if he hit a home run, 1-0, there's your go-ahead home run. So that's like one of those like wah trivia questions. So who has the most go-ahead home runs in history? The Ricky. Rest in peace. All right, you want to do this? Mike's Words of Wisdom? Let's kick it. Ooh.
It's time for the guy that runs this place.
Just for clarification, guys, Big Mike does not run this place. He is not in charge of everything. He has no power over really anybody here. He does not run this place.
It's Big Mike's Words of Wisdom on a Wednesday.
Healing is more about accepting pain and learning to coexist with it than it is about eliminating all suffering, which is impossible.
Was Mike on the toilet when he recorded that one?
Sounded like he was inside a coffin.
I know.
That's some pretty sage advice, though. That's
I
actually
know.
like,
Wow.
You know, it's like not. It's like serious.
Yeah.
It's very serious.
Definitely going to have to.
Nothing lighthearted or fun about that at all.
Rich, I was going to say
good
it was long, too. We're going to have to play it again, I think, for a winner.
One more time, Sam.
One more time. Okay, here we go.
Healing is more about accepting pain and learning to coexist with it than it is about eliminating all suffering, which is impossible.
Oh, Mike was in a mood, I guess. So if you could repeat that verbatim, we give you a bribery ball, an official NFL Nerf football. CNR on FSR Nerf football in the form of an IOU. So,
Mike knows this is supposed to be like a light, fun game, right?
Okay, let's get
Like
the phones going.
2 weeks ago, his words of wisdom were like, "Real fake boobs can't be fake if I could see them." Like that was his words of wisdom 2 weeks ago.
There's no limits on it, right?
He went deep this
That was
week.
like Confucius. So
That's
that's very
fine.
good.
Hey, we're here to learn some stuff. 877-99 on Fox. If you could repeat it, you win a prize. 877-99 on Fox. And while we get the phone calls going,
Yeah.
let's talk about your boy who just became your boy today, Novak Djokovic, again, who had a big win at the U.S. Open. He ended the U.S.'s dreams of moving forward and advancing, right? Taylor Fritz, is that the guy that lost? But Djokovic made a nice speech, and he did a little dance.
Yeah, and you know what? It sort of hit me right here in the corazon, in the heart, because he gave his daughter a shout out. Take a listen.
It's 20 minutes to midnight here, 2nd September. It's my daughter's birthday, so this is a big present for her. Actually, the dance in the end, it was, she's gonna rate me tomorrow. How was the dance? Because she told me how to dance. It's K-pop Demon Hunters. Soda Pop is the name of the song. Obviously, it's a big thing globally for teenagers and for kids. But I didn't know about it before. My daughter told me a few months ago about it. So we're at home doing different choreographies, and this is one of them. So hopefully I'll make her smile when she wakes up tomorrow morning.
You're my soda pop. You're my soda pop. I got an 8-year-old daughter. I get it. I coach girls softball. All they want to hear is K-pop Demon Hunters. So to me, listen, Novak Djokovic, already a champion, but now I look at him as a guy that humanized himself. Yeah, he's caring about doing dances with his daughter.
His daughter, Tara Djokovic, who's 8 years old and is a big fan of the Demon Hunter thing. I mean, everybody's talking about. By the way, if you're not living that life, that movie has broken all streaming records for Netflix. It's the most streamed movie ever on Netflix.
And it's really just a movie about K-pop animated stars that have to fight demons. It's ridiculous, but
It's sweeping the nation.
Every kid loves it. I told you, I had my first practice for my daughter's 8U girls softball team, and they were like, Coach Rich, Coach Rich. The whole time I had the Bluetooth speaker, all they wanted to hear was on repeat, Demon Hunters, Demon Hunters. So when I see Novak Djokovic,
it made you emotional.
It made me emotional. I see him winning, a big moment, moving on in the U.S. Open, and he's doing choreography that he's doing with his daughter in the living room.
It was really
endearing.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say cute, but that wasn't the word. And it was really endearing and nice to see. So the point here is, if you weren't a fan before, you might be now, because you don't see Djokovic the tennis player. You see Djokovic the dad. You see the person. You see this guy just trying to make his daughter happy and make his daughter smile. And that's a really nice thing. And that humanizes him and makes him more relatable. And that's what we're getting at now.
And that's why, Covino, that's why I will end up rooting for certain players.
For sure. It made me like him a lot more.
Listen, dude.
And I've never seen stupid K-pop Demon Hunters.
I live in the neighborhood next to his, but a lot of people, you see Matthew Stafford out and about with his daughters, and you see clips of him and his daughters. You're like, it humanizes them. I think of Drew Brees.
Was that like a subtle brag right there?
No, it's like a Stafford.
I live in the neighborhood
if you live
Stafford.
If you live in my neighborhood, you know that the Staffords are out and about all the time.
Stafford.
Where do you live in the hood?
Keeping up with the Staffords.
Yeah. Where do you live? Where do you live in the barrio? You live in Sherman Oaks.
Mean streets of L.A., bro.
Yeah, you sound like you don't live in Koreatown, pal.
I don't say
you know who lives down the street? Who lives down the street from me? The Black Ghostbuster. Was it Ernie?
Ernie Hudson.
Who are you going to call? Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, I saw him in CVS.
Yeah, he's in great shape. He's 175 years old. He's in great shape, that guy.
I think of Drew Brees holding his son with the headphones when he won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but don't say things like that on the radio, because then the boss is never going to give you a raise.
Oh, you're right. I live.
I live
in a trailer park.
That's right.
Rich lives in Reseda.
I live in a van down by the river.
I live in Reseda with Daniel LaRusso's mom in a crappy apartment.
That's where I live.
I think about how shows like Receiver, shows like Quarterback, NBA Starting Five, these reality shows. Why do we all love Kirk Cousins now? Why do you have a soft spot for?
Because he gets his haircut at Great Clips.
Why do you have a soft spot for? Justin Jefferson, right?
All right. So basically, we open it up to you, Fox Sports Radio Nation, 877-99 on Fox. The moments that humanized somebody and made you a fan, made you like them more. Maybe you already were a fan, but you liked them even more because they were humanized in the moment. Tell us who it is and what the moment was. And, of course, we're still taking phone calls for Mike's Wednesday Words of Wisdom, looking for a winner now.
No, we're not taking calls. First time ever Mike's been shut out.
Really?
Yeah. The lines are usually melting during this game.
Wow. No one wanted to repeat that?
Nobody could repeat it, apparently.
Everyone's getting it wrong. All right. 877-99 on Fox. Hey, a prize is up for grabs. And, of course, we'll take your phone calls on those moments where a player.
Can I give you one?
A celebrity. It doesn't need to be an athlete. It could be.
It's a simple one. I was always a fan. I'm not a Patriots fan, but I'm a fan of greatness. So I always liked Tom Brady. I had a song and everything. Tom Brady is the man. Tom Brady is a man. But when I watched the documentary, I forget which one it was. It was probably the Man in the Arena. But it was when you saw his family just referring to him as little Tommy all the time. Like, oh, Tommy. They were so proud of Tommy. Yeah, Tommy. And Tommy did this, and Tommy was a good boy, and they were so proud of Tommy and my brother Tom. When they just referred to him as little Tommy,
yeah,
and you realize that he was just a goofy kid that worked really hard, and he may be a superstar in our eyes and our mind, but to his family, he's just little Tommy, and his dad is his hero. And when they humanized him in a way, it made me like him more. You know, living out here in Los Angeles, I have a girlfriend, right? Of course I love her, but you know what I love her most? When I see her with her family in Idaho, and I realize that, oh yeah, she's a girl from Idaho who loves her family, and it humanizes them.
Well,
right?
You know why this is interesting? Because I said this just the other day to you.
When you see them in their real element, as real people, not sports robots.
I was telling you just the other day, Nolan McLean for the Mets is now 4-0, by the way.
Yeah, that guy's got some movement.
He's got some movement. The first game in the bigs, when I saw his parents in the stands, or the Mets had another pitcher make a debut. Tong debuted the other day. When you see the parents of a kid making his Major League Baseball debut, there's a famous clip of a Florida Marlin who hit his home run, his first home run, while his parents are being interviewed. This is a couple years ago, and the dad's going nuts. It makes you feel some type of way because you're like, it humanizes them. You're like, oh, wow, these are his parents who watch him every step of the way.
Makes them more relatable. You're more invested as a result.
Yeah.
And Rich is right. Djokovic, I know he's a tennis great, but
that was his coolest moment.
That was by far his coolest moment. Made me like him in a different way. All right, you know what I did? I respected him as a tennis name and a guy who did great things in tennis. Now I actually like the guy. Because he was doing something cute and fun for his kid.
He's not too cool to do a demon hunter dance with his kids.
So other humanizing moments. I did you mention it? I was looking at the phones and everything. Did you mention Drew Brees?
Yeah, I said when his kid came out. But that's I feel like a lot of times when you see athletes. Oh, you know what I thought was cool?
Well, victory parade too. When you see them with their family and everything, that's always nice.
Every team does this, but you're only going to know your own team doing this. But the Mets have a day every year where the kids of the players announce their dads in the lineup, like, now batting, my dad, number 12, Francisco Lindor. And when you see the kids introducing their dad, you're like, yeah, they're just guys with kids.
It's anything that humanizes them. Like, I don't know why this came to mind, but I remember thinking, oh, yeah, that's right. These are real people with real feelings. You know, we should treat them with a different level of understanding and grace and respect. When Wilmer Flores got traded from the Mets, remember like how he was just so upset
and he was
distraught.
crying,
he was crying and everything, and get it together, bud. But still, you're like, oh man, these people care. That's right. They got lives and stuff, and it means a lot.
When you
it humanizes them, and I always remember that. Like there's a guy with a big heart.
You and Danny G love talking about Hard Knocks. When you see a guy trying to make the team, and you're like, wow, look at how much this means to not only him but his family and everyone.
Yeah. Oh, when you see those dudes praying every day.
I was going to say, I think it feels more emotional for some reason when it's two athletes together having a moment like Aaron Rodgers and Randall Cobb.
Oh, that was
walked
cool,
off the field for the last time together, remember?
I thought you were going to say DeMar Hamlin because of what Rich was saying. Like, that humanized that guy where the whole world was rooting for him, and now you see him on Hard Knocks, and you see him praying every day, just grateful to be alive and on the team. So humanizing moments that really left an impression and changed your opinions, or maybe enhance your opinions on athletes. 877-99 on Fox. And right now we're going to see if we could get a winner for this game.
You want to say, let's say I had a trip first. We'll talk about humanizing. Give these people another second to think about Mike's words of wisdom. What's up, Trip?
Hey, great day as always with Covino and Rich. I got one. John Cena has done more Make-A-Wishes double than anybody combined. I mean, the time he gives for kids is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So that's why I appreciate him.
No doubt, for sure.
Yeah,
100%.
You see a lot of those stories. It does change your opinion, for sure.
Can I tell you, I note this, and you might say, really, you take that close of a look? I do. When they did like the Little League World Series game this year, or they do when I see MLB All-Star break when we were in Atlanta, I pay attention to what athletes really dive into, like signing autographs and palling around with the kids, because some people you can tell, you're like, look at this jerk. Like he's sort of maybe doing it because he has to, but then you see other players that realize the impact they have on kids.
Oh, dude, it's the best.
And those are the players I end up liking more.
For sure. To back up what Tripp said, I've always been a Canelo Alvarez fan. I'm Team Canelo come September 13th. He takes on Crawford. I saw on ESPN, what's the segment they do where they find like the Make-A-Wish kid?
Oh, One Wish?
Is it One Wish?
Is it One Wish? Is that what it's called?
I don't know. But they found this one kid with cystic fibrosis, 14-year-old kid who just wanted to be a fighter. And Canelo welcomed him to his camp. I bought a Team Canelo hat that day. So I was like, man, I liked them before, but now.
My Wish.
My Wish, that's it. I saw a My Wish segment, and Canelo was like.
Rascal Flatts.
He was there for the kid and hyped him up, and like it warmed my heart so much. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, he's a fighting robot, but he's still a dad. He still has a heart. He did this nice thing for a kid. It humanized and made me like him even more.
All right. You know what? I think it's time to try to get a winner for Big Mike's Words of Wisdom, and then we'll take more feedback on the subject at hand. Humanizing athletes a la Novak Djokovic, talking about how he's doing dances with his daughter to K-pop demon hunters, like
That's
every
a big
other
deal, huh?
like every other little kid. I'm telling you,
love that.
It's going to be the #1 Halloween costume. You're going to look around, and all the little trick or treaters are going to be demon hunters. All right. You want to start with Dylan?
Yeah.
In Tulsa, Oklahoma. Dylan, do you think you got this?
All right, I think I can do it, and then I also think I got some humanizing moments that I'd like to share.
All right, perfect, man. All right, let's hear it. Let it simmer and take it away.
Okay, so Big Mike said, healing is not about ending.
Son of a damn it.
Give us your humanizing.
Yeah,
really
what
quick
you got, Dylan?
Okay, I appreciate that. Okay, so two moments. One is I remember when Kobe Bryant would be on the sidelines with Gianna, and you would see like this. You would see this person who was just a killer throughout his career, like laughing and having fun. And I think the reason that it was such a tragedy that he died with her is that we were kind of seeing this person who is this dominating athlete, who is a stone cold killer, turn into this like loving, warm-hearted person.
Yeah.
And then also to, because they were going to open up, she was going to be a great, WNBA star. The WNBA is great at humanizing. The Stud Buds from Minnesota had that live stream during All-Star Weekend, and the WNBA All-Stars, they were having a blast.
Yeah, that's a great example.
I thought that was a really great example.
The
Kobe
Olympics,
Bryant.
we make fun of it, but the Olympics always have their packages where they humanize all the athletes and make us cheer for them.
No doubt.
No, you become more invested for sure. Do we have another contestant, Danny G?
Stacy.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, Stacy.
Also in Tulsa. You guys are big in Tulsa.
What's up, bud? What's up, Pally?
Hello.
What's up?
Hello.
Hey.
I think I have it.
Go ahead.
Healing is not about getting rid of.
Got a word wrong there at the beginning.
Man.
Healing is. What the hell did he say? You know what? We'll try to get one more winner. We'll come back. We'll do spots, midweek major, all your headlines. We'll take more feedback. That's next right here, Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Now, game one, buddy boy.
Week
one.
Game
Starts
on.
tomorrow. Can you believe every touchdown bringing you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL?
This isn't just football. It's first touchdown fireworks, anytime TD rushes, and live bets that ride every momentum shift. At DraftKings, every play is your next shot to win.
Yeah, buddy. New customers, this one's for you. $5. Bet $5, you're going to get $300 in bonus bets instantly. And this is awesome as well. You're going to grab over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. And there's some great games to look at. You might feel like, ooh, Vegas has this one wrong week one. I think I can make some money.
Well, your season starts now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code CRSHOW. That's code CRSHOW. You get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first bet of $5 or more. Plus over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV.
In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar? Yeah. Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it. Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available. We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Shout out to Soda Popinski and Novak Djokovic, who was dancing to this after his big win at the U.S. Open over Taylor Fritz.
Yeah, dedicated to his daughter on her birthday, who, much like every other little girl on planet Earth, loves K-pop Demon Hunters.
And I guess if you never heard of it, you will moving forward. It's the biggest thing going, K-pop Demon Hunters. And we're live from Fox Sports Radio studio, Covino and Rich. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Now, before Midweek Major, let's wrap up with the phone calls. We might have a winner. I don't know.
Lisa, going to give it a shot? Is that what's going to happen here, Danny, or what?
Yeah, Lisa in Dutchess County, New York.
All right, let's do this. Can you repeat Mike's words of wisdom? Lisa, last shot. Let's go. Here we go.
All right, I hope so. I have. Healing is more about accepting pain and learning to coexist with it than it is about eliminating all suffering, which is impossible.
Wow. Way to go, Lisa. Way to go, Big Mike.
That is impressive. Are you tape recording us on a boombox?
You know what? I went in.
No.
You can do that. No one said you couldn't do that.
Yeah, that's not
no
against
one said that was
it's
a
not
rule.
Not against the rules.
Congratulations, Lisa.
All right, thanks, Lisa. And two quickies. We were talking about humanizing a la Novak Djokovic, dancing to K-pop. What do you got? Reno, Trevor, what's up?
Hey, guys. So, yeah, I think some of these probably revolve around fatherhood. So the first one that I thought about when you said Kobe was Tiger when he won his last Masters, and just seeing Charlie there. And just, the dude's a robot for so long, and just, like, to actually see him have feelings was pretty cool. But the one that still just kind of chokes me up whenever I watch it, and I know what's happening, was in, like, the Olympian that got hurt, and his dad goes out and runs with him, and he's like hitting the judges off, being like, no, I'm going to finish it with my kid, like that.
Oh, yeah, it's heartbreaking. You ain't kidding. All right, Heidi, last one in Florida, then we got to give Spot at least 5 minutes. What's up, Heidi?
Hey, I thought it was quite endearing when Giannis filmed himself going through the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, ordering 50, not 49, not 51, 50 chicken minis, and I think he had a trophy in the back seat, but he didn't film that, and he was taking the chicken minis back to his party.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, these are the moments where you're like, oh, that, not only...
especially if you're on the fence. So if you're on
Yeah.
the fence or you really just don't know, that'll win you over. So props to Djokovic on his win, and even more so for being a cool dad and winning us over.
And way to hit those dances on the K-pop Demon Hunters.
Exactly.
All right, it's time for Midweek Major.
Covino and Rich get you over the middle of the week with Midweek Major.
Ooh, I love that.
We throw sports and pop culture headlines and topics at the fellas, and it's like the kids say.
That's so mid. Week, definitely major.
CNR scoring. Midweek Major.
There is no time for an intro, so we are going to get right to the dice roll to see who's going to have the first take.
All right.
Covino won 10-4.
Quickly.
Good
Cove
Betty.
gets the first
Quickly.
take. And
Come
now,
on.
ladies and gentlemen, the most famous person besides Judy
shut up,
Blue
Danny.
from Scotch Plains, New Jersey, Spotty Boy.
All right, we're just one day away from NFL kickoff. Woohoo! Yeah, and we talked about on our recent episode of our bonus podcast, Overpromised, how the cost of watching an entire NFL season could be well over $1,000. And there's no secret that thrifty fans turn to illegal streaming sites to save some money. Well, one of the biggest sites, Stream East, which drew a combined 1.6 billion visits over the last year, has been shut down as of last week. So the website, known for providing free streams of top leagues like the NFL, NBA, MLB, Premier League, and more, site was taken down by a joint effort between the Alliance for Creativity and Entertainment, which is comprised of entities Amazon and Apple, and some law enforcement officials in Egypt. Apparently part of the sting, they also seized some cash and credit cards and a shell company that was laundering money. Maybe they were hooking up Kawhi, who knows? Anyway, midweek or major?
This is major. 1.6 billion people used it.
Damn.
How am I going to watch my pay-per-view fights now?
There you
I
go.
mean, no, I think it's wrong, and we shouldn't be doing this.
But people do.
But people do, and it's about time they figured out a way to shut it down.
Shut it down now.
Yeah, you're leaving a lot of money on the table
Yeah.
by allowing this. So
You're a better guy than me. I think this is major.
Definitely major.
You're a better guy than me if you could honestly say you've never used ever in your life an illegal link your buddy sent you, like, hey, the fight's about to start. Here's a link. That's shut down now. And that Stream East one, again, I know people have used that one for years, so it's a big deal. We should be buying the fights, but I get it.
I will say this, Rich. I never harassed my own daughter just because, like that woman in that Unknown Number documentary.
Yeah.
But I have streamed something illegally.
Okay.
Yeah, I have.
True.
Yeah.
So you're still a good guy.
Yeah. So I'm better than that woman.
Yeah.
All right. We now have all the details on the infamous proposal between Travis Kelce and pop superstar Taylor Swift. Of course, on the latest episode of New Heights, Kelce talked about how he's, quote, giddy about the proposal and how he gets to share the rest of his life with, he's been telling everybody. He also talked about how he planned to originally do it on water, and one of his producers said that he did that and it ruined the experience. He revealed what we sort of already knew, that his team was preparing the proposal setup in the backyard while they were recording the podcast with Taylor Swift a few weeks back. He also talked about how he had their first public appearance at Arrowhead, where they attended that college game.
Yeah.
How he's first introducing Taylor as his fiancée to all his teammates. So he's really excited about that. Midweek or major?
Well, that's a weird feeling. This is major. Anything
Definitely
Kelce
major.
Swift related is major. I saw that Roger Goodell gave her the open invite.
Yeah.
All right. It's coming up, I guess.
It's coming up.
But yeah, anything involving them, major news. And it ties into what we were just talking about. I think seeing him as a lovebird just humanized him and made him more likable to so many more people.
Agreed. It ties into our last conversation. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have humanized each other.
True.
I think it's big news. And I know, Spot, you said you're going to lead into
Yes.
the Roger Goodell story, so you might as well take it away because that's what it ties in, right?
All right, I'll take it away. Yeah, and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell appeared on earlier this morning, and was asked if Swifties would get the ultimate treat for as they plan the Super Bowl halftime show this year. And Goodell responded by saying, quote, "We would always love to have Taylor play. She is a special, special talent, and obviously she would be welcome at any time." While he didn't give up any details, he said that it is, quote, maybe a possibility. And we've talked about, people have been, all the Swifties, how they love to analyze all these Easter eggs. When she appeared on the New Heights podcast, she was talking about sourdough and dropping certain numbers that alluded to her doing the halftime show in San Francisco, Sourdough Sam being the mascot there. So potentially could be this year's Super Bowl halftime show. Midweek or major?
Major.
Definitely major.
And
Definitely
for many
major.
reasons,
Definitely
Taylor
major.
Swift
Major.
performing
Definitely
halftime,
major.
that would be huge ratings.
Gold, baby. Gold. Ratings, I tell you.
it would break all sorts of records, and it also shows you that maybe Goodell has final say. It's not Jay-Z.
Oh.
Jay-Z had Omarion on standby or something ridiculous. Imagine if he pulls Taylor Swift. That'd be awesome.
So,
I mean, I'm not a Swiftie, but it would be huge.
This is, I think, mid, because it's what we already know.
That's so mid.
Meaning, like, if Taylor Swift wants to do it, she will do it. And Roger Goodell would probably get down on his hands and knees and be like, please. What's today's date? Give me the date.
9/3, September 3rd.
I knew that, but I was just asking you because last year it was on September 8th when we found out it was Kendrick Lamar. So if it's consistently early September, we should be finding out within the week or so if it's Taylor, if it's Metallica, if it's Miley Cyrus, whoever the heck it's going to be. We should probably find out within a week.
Nice.
One more spotty or what?
I guess. So Tom Brady making some appearances on podcasts. Do you want to hear about his thoughts about the NFL generation of today or his thoughts about broadcasting this season?
Generation today.
All right. He was on Kevin Hart's podcast, Cold is...
Ice.
I don't know if I can say it. Where he sits in a cold plunge with athletes and celebrities. So he asked Brady about how he feels the game is changing. Brady responded saying there are more challenges for this generation of QBs in some way. But the guys who take advantage of it, there are more opportunities for them. Went on to say that everybody is coddled a little bit more. And what he meant by that is he said, rather than saying, hey, you better come and get the work done, you have to say, you should probably do this. So he's saying that this generation just needs to be led a little bit more rather than having that work ethic. But he did go on to say that of the quarterbacks of today, Mahomes has a really great work ethic. He said that he has a desire every time he takes the field to be a great leader, and everything he does is right. So nice compliment to Mahomes from Brady. Midweek or major?
Hard work never goes out of style. This is major. People should take notes and take in all sorts of advice from Tom Brady. He's a guy who's lived it and proved it, that hard work pays off. And I don't understand why younger people get so upset by this. Remember the Kim Kardashian controversy where she was like, you need, what did she say? Do you remember?
Something.
You gotta work.
Get up and work.
Get off your ass and work.
Something
And
like that.
everybody was so up in arms and upset by that. It's like, where's the insult there? How about take that as good advice?
Well, Things
don't happen by themselves.
You know, I think Tom Brady is a great teacher of hard work, but I have more thoughts on this that I want to continue after we go to Dan Byer for an update. Let's get a quickie update. I know we're running late. Sorry, DB.
That's all right, guys. Orioles jumped out to a 7-0 lead on the Padres. San Diego trying to fight back, but they're in the ninth. 7-5 Orioles right now. Orioles will play the Dodgers this weekend. Likely going to face Shohei Ohtani, who had his start pushed back on the mound because of an illness. Tigers dropped the Mets today 6-2. Diamondbacks blanked the Rangers 2-0. Red Sox place outfielder Roman Anthony on the injured list because of an oblique strain. He could miss 4 to 6 weeks. At the U.S. Open, A-seeded American Amanda Anisimova upset second-seed Iga Swiatek in straight sets to advance to the semifinals. In the NFL, Packers edge rusher Micah Parsons limited in practice today because of his back injury, while Jets tackle Elijah Vera Tucker suffered a torn triceps muscle in practice yesterday and could miss the rest of the season. Mavericks and P.J. Washington agreed on a 4-year extension worth $90 million. Well, you guys touched on it off the top of the show. Clippers allegedly tried to circumvent the NBA salary cap by giving Kawhi Leonard an endorsement deal with a company that he never provided work or endorsements for. That's according to Pablo Torre Finds Out. The team denied the allegations. ESPN reports the NBA has begun an investigation into those allegations. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, Dan Byer, have a great night, buddy.
You too, guys.
And I'll see you tonight, could I say, for our draft?
Yes.
Our
guillotine
big
draft.
Guillotine. You know, we're going to talk about that next. I'm excited. I want to whoop all your asses in this. I can't wait. But one last thought about you said the work ethic of Tom Brady and how he says that. Jimmy Johnson in that documentary about the Cowboys, Jimmy Johnson, if you remember, went on to say, we can't coach the way we coached back then. Remember there was a guy fell, he had asthma, and he's like, you got asthma, get your fat ass up and get out of here. So things are a little different now if you watch that documentary. All right, we have more Covino and Rich. We'll talk a little fantasy next before we get out of here on Covino and Rich.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate you all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Joe. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it. You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable. He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available. We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special. Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger,
Bolder.
better.
We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah. It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
yes, we talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate you all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut
estate. I'm gonna go 50 Cent. You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
Yo! More human than human. Talking humanizing is Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio, live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Iowa Sam on the ones and twos with the Rob Zombie, or as I call him, Bobby Z. That's my boy right there, Bobby Z. And of
Bobby
course,
Z.
Yeah, Rob Zombie, bro, white zombie. And Danny G, the super producer, on the phones at 877-99 on Fox, the best in all the land. And ever wanted to try an Olympic sport, Rich? Olympic and Paralympic sport? Try fencing. It's safe, it's fast, it's easy to start. Find a beginner class near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing. That's usafencing.org/tryfencing.
And if you miss any of today's show, or any show for that matter, the podcast goes up every night. Danny G puts up each hour and a best of. And could I please ask you one thing? This could be your early holiday gift for me 3 months in advance. And my birthday's in October. How about an early birthday gift? It's free. Just follow our show on our new Fox Sports Radio YouTube page.
Yeah,
YouTube.com/@Covino and Rich FSR. Just hit follow. It costs you nothing. It's easy. It's free. And you'll put a smile on our face.
That's right. You actually click subscribe, but it's free.
Yeah, click
and
subscribe.
Tell your
Boom.
friends about it. We appreciate it. And he played more human than human because we explained that Novak Djokovic, who's a tennis superstar who advances in the U.S. Open, probably gained more fans by doing that goofy dance and talking about K-pop demon hunters than he has. Like, if you were able to measure this by social media following, I bet it went up astronomically because he humanized himself. Hey, I'm a dad. I did it for my kid. Everybody loved it. I loved it. I never even seen K-pop demon hunters, but I know it hit Rich in the heart. Yep. And it's not always things like that. It could be anything that humanizes somebody. Like, what was a nightmare for me at the time, there was a silver lining to it. Like, when I got divorced, you know how Rich loves to bring that up all the time?
Oh, yeah.
You know how relatable that made me to a whole, like, slew of people, to 50% of the population, that someone else was talking about the things that they all had went through, and it made me more human. Here I am, this arrogant guy that people want to punch in the face, and then I come in like, yeah, my relationship's over. In a weird way, that humanized me to a lot of people, made me more relatable. And again, that's just a silver lining to stuff like that. It's not always just like you as a dad. It could be anything.
You know, I think another humanizing moment is when you see athletes get the call up to the big leagues. You ever see those videos where they get called in?
Love it, yeah.
They get called into the manager's office and they're like, hey, you think you could pitch tomorrow? How about for the big leagues? And then they call their parents and stuff.
It's the best. Just makes you more relatable. And what are those moments for you? Running out of time, so you could share at Covino and Rich at Fox Sports Radio. And again, before it gets too late, on tomorrow's show, Old School when 50 hits. We throw it back every Thursday and get you involved. And we do our picks for the NFL prediction sheet. You know, the laminated sheet in the studio? We pick tomorrow, who do we think's going to be in the Super Bowl?
You know what we picked tonight? Are you partaking in this, or are you too cool for the room? Are you doing Dan Byers' Guillotine League?
I might.
I'm going to tell everyone you think you're too good for it. Hi, Monty. Monty, Covino's too good for it.
I just know my habits, and I
Covino,
sort of fall off.
come on, we need you.
I fade away on things
I
like
don't
that.
care.
I'd rather
Then
give
get
you
it-
$40 and say have fun.
No, come on, it is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need two people. Don't you want to be one of our heroes?
I think we have different definitions of fun. That's
Listen,
all.
Covino.
Come on. I'm just kidding. If you're in, Monty, I'm
I am in.
All right, then I'm in.
I'm
All
in.
right.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm in then.
Fantastic. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy
How
one
can I
more
say
day
no
till
to
football.
Monty?
I know you can't. All right, until then, arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Yeah.
Go Yankees.